Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode series, and we're here on Monday Night Raw with the new World Heavyweight Champion, Bron Breakker, successfully regaining the championship back at Bash in Berlin. So the only time that there's no interference or any kind of shenanigans between Bron Breakker and Kevin Owens, and Bron Breakker is finally able to put Kevin Owens down and regain the World Heavyweight Championship. So Bron Breakker finally back at the top of the mountain, but he's got a message for the WWE Universe here. Let's see what he's got to say.
Last night at Bash in Berlin, I finally shut Kevin Owens up and took back what's mine, the World Heavyweight Championship. But don't get it twisted. That win, it didn't come easy. Owens pushed me to the edge. He made me fight harder than I've ever fought in my life. And you know what that means? It means this title is worth every damn scar, every bruise, and every broken bone I've collected in the last 18 months. I didn't beat Brock Lesnar. I didn't beat Goldberg. I didn't beat Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania just to hand this over to anybody.
Oh, well, this was not expected. So Drew McIntyre, the man who put down the Tribal Chief back at Bash in Berlin, you could say maybe due to the fact that Seth freaking Rollins decided to come on out to ringside, may have caused a bit of a distraction for the Tribal Chief. But Drew McIntyre, I can only guess as to what he has got to say here this evening. But let's see what the Scottish psychopath has got to say.
Congratulations, Bron. You took back the gold, but while you were doing that, I was doing something only a handful of people have done over the last 3 years. I beat Roman Reigns. I've put the Tribal Chief behind me. I got my long-awaited revenge, and now I want to do what Kevin Owens couldn't do at Bash in Berlin. I want to put the dog down once and for all.
Oh, well, look who it is now. The former World Heavyweight Champion. And he looks like he's got some words for us as well. Let's see what he's got to say.
You've got to be kidding me. A rematch for Bron, but not for me. Where's my claws? Where's my shot? Drew, you think you deserve this? You think beating Roman Reigns means something? I've been carrying this company on my back for months. I'm the reason this title even matters. I saved Monday Night Raw. You said it yourself. And Bron, don't think I've forgotten. I still owe you a beating.
Kevin, I don't give a damn if you trust me or not. I did exactly what I said I would do. I put Roman down, and now it's my turn. I'm taking that title.
Oh, congratulations. You beat Roman Reigns. Do you want a medal? Because you sure as hell don't deserve a title shot.
Hold on. Both of you need to shut up for a second. I didn't fight through hell for the last year and a half. Just to hand this championship over to some jacked up dude in a skirt, or to lose it back to some paranoid maniac who can't stop running his mouth.
And well, Drew McIntyre, just a cheap shot onto Bron Breakker. Now Kevin Owens seems to be joining in. But is he going to help out Drew McIntyre, or is he going to go against Drew, perhaps? No idea what's happening right now, but Bron Breakker trying to fight on out of it, and it seems like Kevin Owens may be thinking, what is he thinking? I don't even know. He's just kind of standing around. Well, Bron Breakker now going to take Kevin Owens out before he can get involved in this assault, but now it seems like Kevin Owens is actually going to help out Drew McIntyre here. The former World Heavyweight Champion clearly not happy that he lost his championship, and he's clearly not happy that Drew seems to believe that now he's the #1 contender. And Drew McIntyre may have accidentally just struck Kevin Owens as well. And Kevin Owens asking Drew what he's doing. And Kevin just trying to state that, or Drew McIntyre, sorry, trying to state that was an accident. But now Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre just really sticking it to the World Heavyweight Champion right here. And while Drew McIntyre just talking trash to Kevin Owens, and while Kevin has just accidentally struck Drew McIntyre. And well, you have to wonder, was that by an accident by Kevin Owens, or was that on purpose? But Drew bringing another kendo stick into play here, telling Kevin Owens to get out of the way so that he can inflict more punishment on the world champion. But Kevin Owens just seems to be doing whatever he pleases here. Bron Breakker back to his feet. But Drew, once again, just getting the upper hand on the world heavyweight champion. And Kevin Owens flying in with an elbow drop. But now Drew McIntyre up on the second rope. These two just having their way here, and this referee is trying to stop these two, but now Kevin Owens has been wiped out as well. Well, my oh my, the communication between Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens, at one point, they seem to be on the same page, but now, ever since Kevin Owens has lost that World Heavyweight Championship, it seems to have all fallen apart here, but Drew is just solely focused on Bron Breakker here. Kevin Owens, though, wants Bron Breakker back to his feet. Drew McIntyre again going to the outside, and now a baseball bat in hand. Well, Kevin Owens, you might want to be careful here. Bron Breakker back to his feet. Kevin Owens telling Bron Breakker, does he really think he's going to walk out of here tonight? And I've sent off the ropes. Kevin Owens into a back body drop. And Drew now heading to the outside. What is he doing? And Kevin Owens now sizing up the World Heavyweight Champion. Drew McIntyre as well. May have been looking for the Claymore, but Bron Breakker finds a reverse one and is met with a big boot by the Scottish psychopath. And Drew McIntyre now just laying into Bron Breakker. Drew McIntyre just struck Kevin Owens there. Luckily for Bron Breakker, he was able to slip on in behind. Well, hold on a second. But Kevin Owens doesn't seem too pleased. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have singles action in the women's division. And Liv Morgan, a woman who at Bash in Berlin actually cost Kairi Sane potentially the Women's Intercontinental Championship. She will be in singles action against Kairi Sane here tonight, so Kairi has a big opportunity to maybe get some revenge against Liv Morgan. But Liv Morgan is clearly upset at the moment with the fact that she's not involved in that championship title picture for the Women's Intercontinental title, considering the fact she has a few wins under her belt. And that seems to be why she's getting herself involved in some of the other superstars matchups. But she could be about to get sidetracked with Kairi Sane if she doesn't switch her focus back over to that Women's Intercontinental Championship. We do know that Dakota Kai will be the next #1 contender for Becky Lynch. And they will be going head-to-head at Survivor Series in just 4 weeks' time. And here is her opponent. It is Kairi Sane, the woman who could have potentially maybe been the Women's Intercontinental Champion here today if it wasn't for Liv Morgan back at Bash in Berlin. So these two have been going back and forth for a number of weeks now, and it kind of all started back at Saturday night's main event when Kairi Sane evened the odds for Dakota Kai, and potentially that may be the reason why Liv Morgan did not become the #1 contender for that Women's Intercontinental Championship. But speaking of Dakota Kai, interestingly enough, she's not out here once again. It seems like maybe there could be a wedge forming between Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai, but Kairi Sane is going to fight on regardless. And the Pirate Princess was moments away from maybe becoming that Intercontinental Champion, but Becky Lynch was able to take advantage of the distraction by Liv Morgan. And she was able to walk out of Berlin with that championship still in her hands. But as for tonight, Liv Morgan looks pretty pleased with the fact that Kairi Sane is all alone out here. Liv Morgan with Raquel Rodriguez in her corner, but going to kickstart things with a lock-up in the center of the ring. Kairi Sane looking to just drive Liv Morgan back towards the corner where Raquel Rodriguez is at. Not sure how wise that is from Liv, sorry, I should say from Kairi Sane. That big right hand just threw me completely off guard. Kairi Sane showing some newfound aggression here. Clearly frustrated with Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan clearly frustrated with Kairi Sane as well. As now Liv Morgan just going to target the knee here of Kairi Sane into a single leg Boston Crab. But Kairi able to find a reversal and fight her way on out of that one. And now Liv Morgan into a drop kick connecting right on the button of Kairi Sane. And Liv Morgan now. A big reversal for Kairi Sane. Raquel Rodriguez on the outside trying to cheer on Liv Morgan here. But Liv Morgan now. What on earth is she planning here? Hold on a second. Kairi Sane driven face first into that turnbuckle pad. And then driven down to the canvas on the back of her head. She may be out on her feet right now. Looks like she is a little bit dazed here. But is she going to be able to recover? Seems like she has been able to recover and just driving Liv Morgan back to the ropes once again here. This time the referee separates the two. Now locking up once again. Liv Morgan seems to be struggling to out-wrestle Kairi Sane. Just as I say that, she gets the upper hand. Into a waist lock. Really cranking it in here, targeting those ribs. A tight grip by Liv Morgan. Just trying to wear down Kairi Sane, and now into a roll-up, looking to steal the win here perhaps, but the referee slightly slow into the count. Now jackknife cover by Kairi Sane, but a kick-out found by Liv Morgan. Now sent off the ropes is Liv, and a big double axe handle takes her down to the mat. And double foot stomp as well connecting. And now Liv Morgan brought back to her feet here. Big strikes by Kairi Sane. And now Raquel Rodriguez making her way up to the apron, trying to cause a distraction, exposing the steel on that turnbuckle there. But Kairi Sane trying to remain focused up to the second rope, double axe handle connecting again. Now Kairi going to scramble into the cover perhaps. Or I thought maybe she would, but she decided against it. Instead, she wants to inflict more punishment. And Kairi Sane now off for the springboard, connecting with the senton. And Kairi Sane, what is she thinking here? Going to drag Liv Morgan into the corner, face first into that turnbuckle, but a big reversal and then into a code breaker for Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan could be closing in on a big victory here. Kairi Sane in big trouble, Oblivion connecting for Liv, and she's into the cover, hooking a leg for the victory. No. Kairi Sane is still able to hang in there. Liv Morgan just moments away from getting another victory here in Universe mode. Off with a handstand. Liv Morgan now into a Hurricane Rana. And Kairi Sane is the one on the back foot all of a sudden. Liv Morgan. What is she going for here? Oh my goodness. Driving Kairi Sane on the back of her head into the canvas. And now up to the top rope Liv Morgan goes. What is she planning here? Kairi Sane slowly back to her feet. Big distraction for the referee in the corner with a turnbuckle. And well, it may have just cost Liv Morgan into the cover. But the referee is distracted by that exposed steel. And Liv Morgan would have had the win just there. And Liv is just looking at the referee and over at Raquel Rodriguez. And Raquel is a little bit confused. But can Kairi Sane be the one to take advantage now? Off of the springboard. Big body splash connecting. And now Kairi Sane off with a springboard again into a moonsault this time. And Kairi is about to head up to the top rope. And well, Raquel Rodriguez may have just cost Liv Morgan this match into the insane elbow connecting. Kairi Sane into the cover. Is she going to get the win here? And hold on a second. Well, Raquel Rodriguez getting the referee's attention for that rope break. Liv Morgan just about able to grab the rope there. And well, Raquel may have just redeemed herself. And well, Liv Morgan just got a little bit distracted again by Raquel that time. Well, Liv and Raquel there. Oh my word, into oblivion again. I was just about to say the communication is breaking down a little bit here, but Liv Morgan, is she about to get the win? Crucial seconds have been wasted though into the cover for the victory. Liv Morgan, no! Kairi Sane just about able to power out. And Liv Morgan cannot believe it. In the WWE Universe loving what they're seeing here though between these two. Liv Morgan closing in on a win. But Raquel Rodriguez, well, she's almost cost Liv Morgan a couple of times, but she's also almost paid dividends. Now into the corner, big kick to the midsection, but reversal found for Kairi Sane, who's going to back it up. Kairi Sane, big elbow in the corner. And she just smiles towards Raquel Rodriguez, but she needs to remain focused here. Spear connecting regardless, into the cover, hooking the leg. Kairi Sane for the victory. No, Liv Morgan still hangs in there. Well, who's going to come out victorious between these two? You have to think that whoever can build some momentum here in the future definitely has an argument as to why they should challenge for that Intercontinental Women's Championship. But Kairi Sane getting distracted by Raquel Rodriguez. Liv Morgan not able to get back to her feet just yet, though. Slowly stirring here, but Kairi Sane able to switch her focus back. And well, I think that Raquel Rodriguez realized on the outside. Oh, up to the apron she comes once again. She needs to be careful here because she almost cost Liv Morgan once already. Into the corner, the referee distracted again. And Kairi Sane just going to take her time. I'm not sure how wise this is from Kairi. Charging in, big elbow connecting again. And Liv Morgan is just going to use the ropes to get back to her feet. Wise decision that. Create a little bit of space and give herself a chance to recover. And even though she's down on the outside, Raquel Rodriguez is out there. So she must feel a little bit confident in that. Raquel Rodriguez has to be careful though. She doesn't want to cost Liv Morgan this matchup via disqualification. Liv Morgan though, set the trap and then into a code breaker on the outside. Kairi Sane fell for the trap here. And Liv Morgan looking to inflict punishment on the outside here. Now just sending Kairi Sane towards the barricade and telling Raquel Rodriguez to keep an eye on her. And well, Raquel Rodriguez, what is she doing? She needs to be careful here. Raquel Rodriguez sending Kairi Sane into the steel steps. The referee needs to get control of this one. And well, Liv Morgan may be about to get a count-out victory thanks to Raquel Rodriguez here. And Liv Morgan gets the victory and she's just laughing at Kairi Sane. And well, Kairi Sane sent back into the ring here. And oh my word, Raquel Rodriguez handing a steel chair to Liv Morgan. Things could go bad to worst here for Kairi Sane. Hold on a second, Io Sky. The genius of the Sky, a woman we haven't seen in quite some time here in Universe Mode, coming to the aid of her damage control partner. Well, Dakota Kai may be nowhere to be seen, but at least Kairi Sane has a friend in Io Sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know this isn't something you see every day, but Ray and I are here tonight, not as Hall of Famers, not as legends, but as representatives of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. Over the last few months, we've seen incredible action in the tag team division. We've seen teams go through tables, ladders, and chairs. We've seen rivalries spill out of the ring and into the streets. And week after week, the tag division has continued to raise the bar.
But we've also seen something else, Sean. We've seen 2 separate championships on 2 separate shows, and 2 divisions fighting for attention. Sometimes the Raw tag team titles get the spotlight. Sometimes the SmackDown tag team titles do. And more often than not, incredible teams get overlooked. That's not fair to the teams busting their backs every night. And it's not fair to the fans who want to see the very best matchups possible.
So after a lot of discussion between us and WWE management, Ray and I have come to a decision. We've agreed it's time to make a change. It's time to shine an even brighter light on tag team wrestling. It's time to unify the tag team championships.
That means no more two sets of champions, no more questions about which brand's titles mean more. We're going to crown undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions in just 4 weeks' time at Survivor Series.
And this isn't just about gold. This is about opportunity. Once those titles are unified, the champions will defend across both brands. That means Monday Night Raw, that means Friday Night SmackDown. Every single team will have a shot to prove themselves on the biggest stage possible.
The entire division is about to get more competitive, more intense, and more unpredictable than ever before.
So here's how it's going down. At Survivor Series, the Raw Tag Team Champions, DIY, will face the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, in a winner-take-all match. One team will walk out as the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions.
This is the dawn of a new era for tag team wrestling in WWE. And at Survivor Series, history will be made.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we're into the Men's Intercontinental Championship title picture. And after last week on Monday Night Raw, where Ilya Dragunov defeated LA Knight for that championship, we now have singles action between Rey Fenix and Ethan Page, two men who have made it clear that they're after that Intercontinental Championship as well. But I'm sure that LA Knight now is going to feel like maybe he's at the back of the line, or maybe he even feels as though he deserves a rematch for that championship on his first title defense, though. That was that match against Ilya Dragunov last week, and he lost out on the championship, lost the title. But the Mad Dragon is now reigning supreme over on Monday Night Raw. And what a matchup that could be between Rey Fenix and Ilya Dragunov for that championship. But first of all, Rey Fenix has to be successful here tonight. And here is his opponent. It is none other than All Ego Ethan Page. The man who has been going back and forth with LA Knight for quite some time as well in this Universe Mode series, ever since the first week of Monday Night Raw, where Shawn Michaels put Ethan Page in his place and LA Knight was able to get a victory over Ethan Page. And while All Ego has been seeking revenge pretty much ever since then, he hasn't forgiven LA Knight for embarrassing him on the first week of Monday Night Raw. But Ethan Page here tonight could perhaps propel himself towards that Intercontinental Championship, and I'm sure that would rub salt in the wound for LA Knight if this man was to be carrying that title around. But let's see if Ethan Page can put down Rey Fenix here tonight. So Rey Fenix and Ethan Page head to head. And the bell rings and we're underway here. Big strikes by Rey Fenix straight out of the gates. Rey Fenix a number of weeks ago said to LA Knight when he was the champion that he was going to earn his opportunity at that Intercontinental Championship early on here into the cover. But just a 1 count found for Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix so explosive, such a unique superstar. I'm not sure that Ethan Page even knows what's hit him so far. He's not been able to get in any offense. Just as I say that, he's able to find a big reversal. And now Ethan Page into a roll-up early on here. These two not messing around. They don't want this match to go on too long, it seems. Big right hand by Ethan Page, and I believe that Rey Fenix underneath that mask may have just been busted wide open. And Ethan Page now just showing the disrespect. Just kicking Rey Fenix in the face, telling him to get to his feet. Rey Fenix, though, shrugged off that right hand for a moment. Rey Fenix now double foot stomp to the chest. The height that he was able to get on that, and now the power of Rey Fenix. Running power slam connecting. Rey Fenix now feeding off the WWE Universe. Clearly a crowd favorite here tonight. Rey Fenix through the ropes into a big dropkick connecting. And once again out to the apron. Rey Fenix looking for the double foot stomp. And oh my word, well, Ethan Page has wiped out the referee. Rey Fenix though, powerbomb connecting. Well, the referee's down and out here. But Ethan Page, was that on purpose or was it by accident? I don't know. But now, Rey Fenix, big knee to the chest. The referee slowly coming back to. Ethan Page finds a big reversal to that super kick and into a DDT connecting. And now quickly into the cover. The referee into a 1 count. I was about to say, I wonder if the referee is going to have a slow count for Ethan Page here, but I guess we didn't really get to test that out because Rey Fenix was able to kick out. But now, into an armbar here by Ethan Page. Looking to maybe make Rey Fenix tap out here, but Rey Fenix able to just shift his body weight and find a way to slip on out of the hold and get a couple of elbows to the jaw. Hold on a second. Rey Fenix now. Well, he may have been looking for another powerbomb, but Ethan Page found a big reversal and then drops Rey Fenix face first to the canvas. Now, Rey Fenix off the ropes, and Ethan Page here, spine buster connecting. And Rey Fenix could be in a little bit of trouble. Ethan Page, is he going to be able to get the victory over Rey Fenix here tonight? Or will Rey Fenix be the one to get the victory into the power slam connecting? Ethan Page could be moments away from a victory here, but crucial seconds being wasted as he drags the body away from the ropes. Well, Ethan Page isn't finished just yet, but that could be a big mistake because Rey Fenix back to his feet now. Big right hand drops Ethan Page. And Rey Fenix out to the apron, looking for the double foot stomp connecting this time. And Rey Fenix is feeding off the WWE Universe as Ethan Page has to use the ropes to get back to his feet in the corner. Big elbow by Ethan Page. And Rey Fenix now slammed down to the mat. Ethan Page into the cover. And while Ethan Page got his foot on the ropes, the referee hasn't seen it, and he's trying to steal the victory. And well, Rey Fenix seems to have realised that Ethan Page has his feet on the ropes, and for a moment there, he seemed to be asking the question why. Ethan Page slides in behind into a reverse DDT. These two going back and forth consistently here. It's almost as if they know each other well, but Rey Fenix up to the second rope into a dropkick connecting. And Ethan Page now seems to be showing the effects of the wear and tear of this matchup. Finds another reversal. Big right hand. Now Rey Fenix could be in trouble. Ethan Page out to the apron. Rey Fenix hoisted up and slammed down spine first onto that LED board. That's even harder than the edge of the apron. And then Ethan Page just dropping the elbows across the spine as well. Ethan Page now sending Rey Fenix face first into the turnbuckle, or should I say the ring post. Rey Fenix finds a big reversal though. And now Rey Fenix into a big kick to the spine, giving Ethan Page a taste of his own medicine here. And now, oh, it looked like Rey Fenix may have been thinking about that Mexican Destroyer perhaps. Into a DDT though. These two just constantly reversing each other's big maneuvers. Who's going to come out on top here? Rey Fenix back into the ring. Rey Fenix now was sizing up. And a double foot stomp to the back of the head of Ethan Page. Rey Fenix is done playing around here. Super kick connecting. And Ethan Page is busted wide open this time. I believe that super kick may have just connected right on the bridge of the nose. And face first into the turnbuckle as well. As now, oh my word, Rey Fenix. Mexican Destroyer connecting, and that's surely got to be it. Rey Fenix into the cover for the victory. He's done it. Rey Fenix puts down Ethan Page, and hold on a second, it's Obafemi again. This man just wiping out all the competition consistently here. Well, Obafemi, when is he going to have his own matchup instead of just hiding in the shadows and wiping everyone out?
You know what I'm sick and tired of? Jordynne Grace. Once again, she cost me another opportunity to become the face of WWE. And y'all want to know why I took her out at the draft? That right there. Because ever since she showed up, she's been handed everything. Everything! Meanwhile, I've had to fight, claw, and scratch my way for every second of screen time. I've been putting in work, day after day, but what does Jordynne get? A free ride. Tell me why she was even added to that triple threat at Bash in Berlin, huh? She didn't earn it. She didn't win nothing. All she did was get beat down by Jade Cargill week after week, and suddenly she gets a title shot? Nah. That don't sit right with me. And I promise you, I'm not letting it slide.
And Naomi, don't think we forgot about you either, girl. You want to play hero for Jordynne? You want to insert yourself into our business? Let me remind you, you had your chance. Back at Backlash, you stepped up to Jade Cargill for the Women's World title. And what happened? You failed. Just like you failed on SmackDown in 2024's Universe Mode, sent right back to where you belong, the back of the line. You should have minded your own business, Naomi. You should have stayed out of Metaphor's way. But now you and your little buddy Jordynne, you're on our hit list.
Jordynne, Naomi, we're not done with you. Not even close. And when we get through with you two, you'll wish you never stepped in the ring with us.
Stephanie, last week you faced Jordynne Grace and unfortunately suffered a count-out loss tonight. We wanted to get your thoughts on that and on what's next for you here in WWE.
Count-out loss. That's the key word there, Byron. Jordynne Grace didn't beat me. I wasn't pinned. I wasn't submitted. I didn't get outclassed. I got counted out. And that's fine. Because if I've learned one thing since I got here, it's that sometimes you have to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. Now, Bash in Berlin. I watched Jade Cargill do exactly what she said she would do. She walked into that triple threat. She faced 2 of the strongest women on Raw, and she walked out, still the Women's World Champion. I respect that. I respect Jade, because whether you like her or not, you can't deny it. She might be the most dominant champion the women's division has seen in a long, long time. And you know what? That doesn't intimidate me. It inspires me. I didn't come to WWE to play it safe. I didn't come here to coast. I came here to face the very best. And when I look at Jade Cargill, it's hard to argue she isn't the very best right now. Jade, you called me potential. You said I could be something one day, but I'm here to tell you I'm more than potential. I'm the present, and I'm ready now. So, at Survivor Series, I'm challenging you. Stephanie Vaquer versus Jade Cargill. Women's World Championship. Let's see if the Storm can survive La Primera.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have the Bullet Club out here. So we saw that JD McDonough has sided himself alongside both Finn Balor and AJ Styles to reform the Bullet Club here in WWE this time. So 2 former leaders coming together to reform the Bullet Club, but JD McDonough is the man who is in singles action in our main event this evening, following on from his attack on the Ring General Gunther. Gunther is going to get his opportunity to seek some revenge here tonight. JD McDonough is going to look to put down the Ring General, as Finn Balor had made it clear that he wants to go back after the World Heavyweight Championship at some point. And he believes that the Ring General is standing in his way. So JD McDonough could be about to maybe put the Ring General to one side for Finn Balor so that he can really focus on that World Heavyweight Championship. And here is the Ring General, Gunther, the man who has been a target for the Bullet Club in recent weeks. And Finn Balor seemed to be taking some digs towards the Ring General, stating that he can't defeat AJ Styles. So I'm sure that those two are going to be going head to head in the near future. But the Ring General here tonight is seeking some revenge on JD McDonough, and you have to wonder, how wise was it of JD to attack this man from behind, because now he's going to be in singles action, just one-on-one. And yes, of course, he does have Finn Balor and AJ Styles at ringside, but I mean, you have to wonder how much help there can be when you're inside the ring with the Ring General. Of course, there are disqualifications and countouts, so AJ Styles and Finn Balor can't simply just help JD McDonough or attack the Ring General, because that would cause a disqualification. And I'm sure that Finn Balor wants nothing more than to have the Ring General suffer a loss here on Monday Night Raw. But the Ring General looks ready for action. Let's get into the main event. So JD McDonough with Finn Balor and AJ Styles in his corner, about to take on the Ring General. And bell rings and we're underway here, and all right out the gates. Gunther was looking for one of those big chops, but luckily for JD, he was able to reverse it into a body stretch, an abdominal stretch, but then just a big, I guess you call it a leg drop by the Ring General. So Gunther now just going to target the arm here of JD. He wanted to, right out of the gates, connect with one of those big chops and maybe make JD sting across the chest. But now the disrespect by the Ring General, just kicking JD in the head, telling him to get back to his feet. A big right hand, but reversal found by JD McDonough, who's looking to hold his own here this evening. Into the moonsault off of the top rope. JD McDonough, impressive stuff here, showing exactly why Finn Balor and AJ Styles decided to have him join them in the Bullet Club. And now AJ Styles making his way up to the apron, causing a distraction, exposing that steel on that turnbuckle. The Ring General, it seems like AJ Styles has been his kryptonite in Universe mode. AJ Styles defeated him for the Intercontinental Championship, and that seems to be where the Ring General's career in Universe mode has just gone downhill since then. Hasn't been able to win championship gold ever since. Into the cover though, but kick out found that one for JD. So the Ring General lost his Intercontinental Championship to AJ Styles in WWE 2K25's Universe mode series back at Crown Jewel. And then he also lost out in that qualifying match for Money in the Bank to the Phenomenal One. And now the Ring General with JD McDonough up on the top rope, big right hand. What on earth is Gunther thinking here? Well, Gunther just driving a foot onto the throat here. Relentless stuff by the Ring General. JD McDonough out to the outside where the other Bullet Club members are. And Gunther daring AJ Styles and Finn Balor to take a swing. Well, they stepped towards him, but of course they didn't dare to cause a disqualification. Finn Balor now up to the apron, trying to cause a distraction now off of the springboard into a big DDT off of the distraction, and the referee's distracted with the exposed steel here. And well, the timing for Finn Balor wasn't exactly the greatest. It's not the first time we've seen that here tonight. We also saw the same sort of thing with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez earlier on. But now JD McDonough just going to drag Gunther towards the center of the ring. Gunther going to make his way back to his feet though, looking for a big clothesline. Reversal found though. Now JD gonna slide in behind, looking for that reverse DDT. Dropping Gunther on the back of his head. Now JD, what on earth is he planning here? Looks like he's going for some sort of cloverleaf submission hold. But I mean, I don't think you're gonna have much luck against the Ring General with a submission hold here. As Gunther just continues the onslaught, into the cover he goes, looking for the victory. But just a 1 count found against JD. JD McDonough now struggling ever so slightly here. Now AJ Styles, the one in the ear of the Ring General, and Gunther telling him to head to the back here. But now JD McDonough taking advantage. A big strike to the forehead and missing out on that big body splash. Just overshot it slightly. But now Gunther finding another reversal. JD McDonough didn't exactly take advantage in the way that he would have hoped off of that distraction by AJ Styles. And now Gunther, well, JD McDonough trying to lift up the Ring General, and well, Gunther showing him how it's done, into the powerbomb, stacking up JD McDonough. And hold on a second, Finn Balor dragged the referee out of the ring. What on earth is happening here? Finn Balor just arguing with Jessica Carr here. Well, what on earth is happening? Finn Balor's received his warning. I'm surprised that Jessica Carr has allowed him to stay out here, but JD McDonough off of that distraction, into the cover, looking for the victory from the Spanish Fly. But he couldn't quite get it. The Ring General still in this one. Well, Finn Balor, what on earth is he playing at here this evening? I'm surprised that's not caused a disqualification or got him sent to the back. JD McDonough now up to the top rope. JD McDonough, he loves to fly, looking for the moonsault, but the Ring General saw it coming, was able to roll on out of the way of it. Now off of the ropes, looking for a big chop, but JD was able to avoid it and avoid another one. JD McDonough doing well so far to avoid those chops, looking for another Spanish Fly, but into a swinging neck breaker. The Ring General wasn't about to allow JD McDonough to get away with that one, into a big body splash, not connecting. Enziguri though, for JD connects. Well, JD McDonough, very impressive so far here tonight. The Ring General actually struggling to put JD McDonough away, although it must be said that he potentially had the match won off of that powerbomb, but we'll never know now, thanks to Finn Balor. Now big chop connecting for the first time in this matchup. And now looking for a submission hold, but JD McDonough too close to the ropes. And Gunther now sizing up JD McDonough, looking for that powerbomb again, this time on the opposite side of the ring. And into the cover he goes. Finn Balor, AJ Styles can't interfere this time. And the big kick out found by JD McDonough. Well, Gunther showing the frustration here. But luckily for him, Finn Balor and AJ Styles couldn't quite interfere. But now, oh my word, Gunther getting the victory. Well, that came out of absolutely nowhere. And well, off of the victory, Finn Balor and JD attacking Gunther from behind. Steel chair brought into things here. JD McDonough and Finn Balor looking to inflict more punishment here. But hold on a second. Ludwig Kaiser, luckily, former Imperium member, coming to the aid of Gunther here. Well, we haven't seen Ludwig in some time, but Gunther is going to be all too pleased to see Ludwig Kaiser. Ladies and gentlemen, as we look to close on out the show here on Monday Night Raw, we have the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, fresh off of the back of a loss to Drew McIntyre. But Roman Reigns here this evening has a message for the WWE Universe, and you have to assume that he's probably also going to have some kind of message for Seth freaking Rollins here tonight. And you have to wonder where the headspace of the Tribal Chief is at right now, because Seth freaking Rollins came out to ringside and seemingly distracted the Tribal Chief. But Roman Reigns ended up losing that matchup, and you could argue that may be due to the fact that Seth Rollins came out here to ringside, but Seth Rollins was trying to tell Roman Reigns he was only there to help him, and he wanted to be in the corner of the Tribal Chief. So the question still has to be asked as to what Seth freaking Rollins actually wants from Roman Reigns. Is Seth freaking Rollins trying to rebuild the Shield? That's kind of how it seems, but you can never know with Seth freaking Rollins. The architect always has some kind of plan up his sleeve. And you have to wonder whether Roman Reigns feels that way as well, as the ones get thrown up to the sky. So let's see what the Tribal Chief has got to say here this evening.
Bash in Berlin, I lost. Not because Drew McIntyre was better than me, not because I wasn't ready, but because I allowed myself to be distracted. Seth freaking Rollins, you came out there wearing the Shield gear. You came out there pretending like you were in my corner. You came out there reminding me of a brotherhood that died a long time ago. I don't need anybody. The Tribal Chief stands alone, and if history has proven anything, it's that people will always turn on me. Sami Zayn, he stabbed me in the back with a steel chair. Jimmy Uso super kicked me at Night of Champions. Solo Sikoa tried to take my Ula Fala and steal the bloodline from me last year. And then there's the one I never thought would betray me. Jey Uso, my own blood, my right hand, the man who took everything from me at SummerSlam last year. But before all of them, there was the first betrayal, Seth Rollins, the man who broke the Shield, the man who shattered the strongest brotherhood this company has ever seen. And I don't know what you want, Seth, but I don't care, because I will never forgive you.
Well, you had to assume that it wouldn't be long until this man showed his face. And here he is with the Shield gear once again. I mean, you have to wonder what on earth is Seth freaking Rollins doing? Is Seth freaking Rollins really trying to be on the same side of Roman Reigns, or is he just trying to play mind games here perhaps? Not so sure, but let's see what Seth Rollins has to say.
Roman, you've got it all twisted, my man. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to betray you. I'm here to right my wrongs. See, you hate me for breaking up the Shield. But let me hit you with a little truth bomb. Tribal Chief. Had I never swung that chair, had I never split us apart, you wouldn't be standing here today as the biggest star in this industry. Don't take it the wrong way, big dog. I'm not insulting you. I'm telling you the truth. You needed me back then. And whether you want to admit it or not, you still need me now. Without Seth Rollins, there is no tribal chief. Without Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns doesn't sit at the head of the table. Without Seth Rollins, you're not even standing here right now. So come on, big dog, for old time's sake.
Well, look at this. Seth Rollins again, trying to shake the hand of Roman Reigns, but he slapped it away once again. And Roman is telling Seth to get out of it. Well, Seth seems confused, but I mean, you can't really blame Roman Reigns for not trusting Seth freaking Rollins right now.